Alright, it says we should be live, and there it is, the indicator. Once all this stuff goes away, we'll see. There we go. At least I believe so. Okay. Just gonna post. Woo! Okay, bring that all back up. Hello, everybody. Zero Magnum X here. If you're here from Vanguardians, welcome. If you are here from just because you have nothing to do, if you're my subscribers, welcome. I know I'm kind of doing this in a weird way where I'm competing with the video I just uploaded, which isn't the smartest thing, but I really wanted to... You okay? That's a yes, okay. I really wanted to discuss the recent bans and restrictions list in the Japanese version of the card game, which generally speaking, we will get them. I don't have a bunch of fancy tools like Mason does, but, you know, that's why I'm doing this as a live stream. Okay, so here are my thoughts initially. I think Sanctuary Guard going to 1 is generally I agree with everybody else. It's a little bit late and it needed done. That card was running metas for a while. It's not so much now, but you know, there's a certain tier of decks, or if you start eliminating one, then another, or restrict or hurt them, then you end up in a position where the top deck is like going to be hit, then the other two will jump up and all of a sudden be, because there's usually 3 or 4 decks. In this case, there's 3. The other 2 jump up and they become king. So they kind of preemptively stop that, but equally made the top deck not hit that bad. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it so that you can play a variety of lists over there, play a variety of ideas. If I wanted to bring Narukami to a tournament, I really can't, because I'll be smashed by Gears, by Sanctuary Guard, or by 7 Seas Rush. So what Bushiroad effectively did was take the 3 top decks and hurt them, but didn't wreck like what they do. The problem with this is directed toward the Gear Chronicle clan with Urator. Urator is a great card. It's one of the best triggers I've seen in a while, and it has a ton of use. But Bushiroad decided to say, hey, wait a second, guys. We're going to take Urator and put it at 1. And that's a wise idea. It slows the deck down. It pulls away from just being able to go, oh yeah, I have 4 of these. They're triggers. I'm going to see them consistently. I'm going to find what I need when I need it. The back half of this is it actually does nothing because you still have Mel in place. With 4 Melon, it doesn't hurt the deck. Like people think it does, but it doesn't. It slows it down. It makes it so that you have to sequence your plays in a little bit different of an order. And a couple, at least I think, like, because you have to do Melon, attack, get your 0, time leap your 0, get Melon, attack, grab your 0, you know what I mean? Use a TikTok to get another, like, way to time leap or whatever. So you still kind of do it, you're just reusing the same Erwater now. Whereas before you could have different ones and everything. So you just have to kind of watch your play and not screw it up in a matter of speaking. Like before, if you made a mistake, you could still kind of go through the loop and do your thing. Now you have to be more careful. Can I have, please? I love you, sweetie, but no one wants to hear your monkey toy. Um, so that's kind of the issue, and I don't think they did anything besides actually hurt the chances of the lesser tier decks from being playable. Like Chronophane's a really cool advantage pushy deck where it does a lot of neat things. It binds cards. It does a cool amount of little incremental advantage moves, and it does not so much make it so that the deck can be as abusable as Chrono Jet. Like Chrono Jet's all about time leaping and attacking. Everybody should know that who's watching this. But Chrono Fang is a different animal. It's trying to hedge the game by using the bind zone. It's trying to hedge the game by basically making it so it doesn't have costs and pushing advantage, which is really cool. And it reminds me a little bit about a little bit how Grand Blue and Royal Paladins work and Gold Paladins. You know, it uses a specific zone and gives like specific units. Granted, that's closer to Royal Paladin. Well, yeah, closer to Royal Paladin and closer to Musketeers, closer to Grand Blue, where you're grabbing a certain type of card, you're using a certain type of zone, those sorts of things. So it had this really neat mix and included some minor power buffs and everything. If you guys don't know what the stuff does, I suggest taking a look at it. And Erwater was part of that. Um, you could bind Erwater and still get a push. Like you could still draw some cards, find more things to bind, find more things to call, and just get a bunch of really cool effects in the Chronofine deck. Now that Uratur's gone, or restricted to one, Chronofine can't even pretend that it's a deck now. Um, but the Chrono Jet deck hasn't lost anything. And that's kind of the main issue with this whole ban and restriction list, is that they hit every deck to slow them down, but I don't think gears were slowed down at all. I just think you have to sequence your plays more correctly, based on Mellum and Time Leap and everything. So it's one of those things. I don't think Bushiroad made the right call this time. They're a great company. I think Mellum was the problem card. I completely agree with Science of Vanguard on that. Mellum should have been what was looked at, and it wasn't. So anyway, that's kind of the baseline of this video. If you guys are watching this as a regular video in my subscriber feed, that's where you want to cut off. Because now comes a part where I start talking and it's going to go lengthy and open the discussion. If anybody wants to start talking, if anybody comes into the live chat and starts discussing this is where this part of the video will take place. So if you're looking for my ban restriction list thoughts, that's where they end. Conroe coming back is neat, but it doesn't matter. It's cool to have, but it's right now it doesn't matter. And if you want to know my thoughts on that, and the 7Cs, they slowed the deck down a lot. which I mentioned. I didn't have to mention what was banned because anybody watching this already knows. So, like I said, this is where the discussion portion opens and the video should end. So if you're just in seeing my thoughts about the video, my thoughts are that Bushiroad ban or restricting Urator didn't do much, and that Melon should have been hit. So anyway, start for anybody who's here. Start commenting if you'd like. Start talking in the video chat, the live chat, and I'm here forever. How long this goes on, I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes. If no one really starts a discussion on it, I'm just gonna close the video out. I mean, sorry about that. I forgot to take my allergy medicine this morning. That was actually my fault. It's very quiet. That's fine. I mean, maybe on Facebook it's a better place to make a discussion than here, which I understand. Or perhaps everybody just agrees with me. Alright, well, I said 5 minutes, but I think I'm going to drop the video here now. Because I went to 0 people watching. So yeah, that was my baseline of my thoughts on the ban list, is that it did a lot of nothing, and I'm sad about it. So more Gear Chronicle Winter, I suppose. Anyway guys, have a good one, and yeah, take care.